Us was directed by Jordan Peele and is his second directorial debut after Get Out, and which I find to be a very layered horror movie. Get Out is an excellent film, honestly, I'd say, and I'd say it's definitely one of the best modern horror movies that we have today. And it only took Jordan Peele to make one movie for him to get noticed. And when I saw the trailers and the previews for Us, I was so excited to see how this film would unfold. And I was absolutely happy for Jordan Peele because I was always hoping that could this be the man that could save the horror genre for modern day horror movies? And I am happy to say that I walked out of Us surprised, very surprised. This is honestly one of the best horror movies I've seen in recent years, I'd have to say. Us is an extremely well-made horror film. This film tells the story of this African-American family who are on this little small vacation, but when they run into people who look exactly like them. And then things take a turn for the worst. And we can pretty much predict what else is going to happen. But honestly, I was very interested into seeing this movie, and I have to say, this movie had many surprises, honestly. I seriously didn't really know what to expect from this movie, and I loved watching this movie and being floored by a lot of things. Without spoiling anything, but this is also somewhat of a layered movie, and I'd say if I'd compare this movie to Get Out is more of a layered movie and focused on its story, but Us has like a lot of gore and a lot of blood, and this is also focused on its story and its characters too, and this is somewhat layered. But in regards to story, Get Out I'd say is a little much of a stronger film, but if we're going to talk about like maybe suspense combined with thriller and direction, then I think Us is probably a little more well-made horror movie. Let's talk about Lupita Nyong'o. Absolutely great in this movie. She is so good, honestly, and she plays multiple roles, and I was floored by what I was seeing on screen. Her performance is honestly Oscar-worthy, and it's there's probably a chance that she probably won't even receive an Oscar. The direction in this film is immaculate. Jordan Peele knows how to direct a film, and this is only his second film. And Jordan Peele has already proven himself to be a master in the horror genre already. With Get Out and his new film, Us, this man could do really great things in the horror genre. And I really can't wait to see what he does in the future, because Get Out is honestly a mind-blowing film from storytelling and direction and characterization. Us is technically the same thing. It has breathtaking visuals, amazing direction, a really clever story too, and script. And you have the characters. And the direction and the story in this film absolutely takes you inside of Jordan Peele's world. There are times where you can watch films like Us or maybe even Get Out, and you can almost know what the director is feeling or what he's probably experienced. Jordan Peele, the director, has even said that when he was younger, he'd walk across the neighborhoods or the cities, and he would always imagine someone in that same area that looked exactly like him, and he found it creepy. And I absolutely found that a breath of fresh air. The fact that I was watching a director's film, I could easily feel myself reaching inside of his mind. And Jordan Peele did not disappoint with this film. This film is extremely well made. The kids are honestly really great in this movie too. I don't usually much care for kids in horror movies, but the kids in this movie are amazing. They work, they really do. They're brave, they're not really annoying. They know how to fight for themselves and their family, and they know how to stick together with the entire family. Let's talk about Winston Duke. He's probably the best thing in this movie, in my opinion, in regards to comedy. He's very funny. And there are times where you can take him serious, but his comedy moments never get old because the comedy never really goes too overboard. Like, you'll watch other horror movies at a point where a scene occurs, and while that scene happens, someone will just say something in a horror movie that's very cheesy and it won't work, and you'll be like, really? You know the writers made you say that. Why would you? But no, Us has a really great balance of suspense, thriller, and comedy, all combined into one. This film knows how to be funny at times, and it knows how to be scary. And that's something that I could easily relate and connect with. And I'd have to say, the score is surprisingly fantastic. I'd have to say, this is, in my opinion, one of the best scores in any modern day horror film. And this is only the composer's second score after Get Out. I am amazed on this is only his second score. Us has a lot of great things going for it. The direction, the writing, the characters, the twists that you probably won't even see coming, and the elements of the story that just absolutely really mess with your brain. And this is a film that you'd have to watch again, because on second viewing, this film would probably just blossom into your head. And this is one of those type of films. And this is a film that I'm definitely going to have to watch again. My really only major complaint with this film has to be some of the information that's thrown at the audience. And I guess I would have loved it if the audience didn't necessarily know some key elements of the film, like didn't technically know some of the information that was thrown at the audience. And I think it would have been cool if the audience walked out of the theater being like, what just happened? I don't know what happened, but I loved it. But there are some times while the film's running time, I guess you could say, or maybe sometimes near the ending of the movie where things are just released and it can come together. But again, audience members would probably have to watch this movie more than once in order for things to just blossom. But if you've seen this film already, you'd know where I'm going with this. Other than that, Us is a fantastic horror movie, and I'm honestly surprised from this movie. This movie really did surprise me. It made me so happy, and I really can't wait to see what else Jordan Peele cooks up for the future. I heard he's working on the Candyman remake or reboot, which will be releasing in 2020. I'm excited for that. He's the writer. I heard he's supposed to be one of the writers for that film, but I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see what else Jordan Peele does in the future, because Get Out and Us are honestly amazing. They're some of the best modern horror movies, I'd have to say. And Jordan Peele has definitely shown himself to be a master director. And Us did not disappoint, honestly. I'm going to give Us an A-. You guys, if you guys are planning on seeing some movies this weekend, check out Us. Don't miss this movie. It is a great time. You will have fun, hopefully. But I guarantee that this will probably not be necessarily be a movie that's going to be for everyone, considering that Get Out was a movie that wasn't necessarily for everyone, and Us might have maybe some callbacks, depending on what kind of moviegoer you are, but I had a blast with this movie. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review of Us. You guys are the best. I love every single one of you. And I'm trying to do a review of Captain Marvel that will be coming hopefully next weekend. I want to try to see Captain Marvel next weekend, and if I do, I'll review it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. You guys are the best. I love every single one of you. Look forward to more reviews that'll be coming very soon. And also, if you want to check out my review of Get Out, I'll put it in the link of the description to tell you my thoughts. I did review Get Out like maybe a year ago, I think, almost 2 years ago, and when it first came out in 2017, and I did a review for it. So if you want to check out the review for Get Out, links in the description. Check that out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.